Welcome to our electrical research channel. The modeling of PV panel will be discussed in today's video. See, basically the PV cell or PV system or PV module or PV array will be modeled in MATLAB based on two methods. One is like current source and another one is voltage source. Like maximum peoples are thinking that PV cell is the current source converter. But actually, while doing in the MATLAB, there is no difference between voltage source and current source if it is depends on the same equation. I mean, we are having only one equation. Like see, we are having only one equation, uh, but two parameters are there. One is voltage and another one is the current. So indirectly current is depends on voltage and voltage is depends on current. So if my input is voltage, I can get output as a current. If current is the input, I can get voltage as a output. If current is the output, it is called current source converter based modeling of PV panel. If voltage is the output, then it is called as a voltage converter, I mean constant voltage source converter based modeling of PV panel. In this video, I would like explain about the voltage based on voltage source converter. I mean my output is voltage and input is current. In another video, I will explain about the current source converter. I mean based on current source converter also we can model. But maximum people are thinking that it is the current source converter, so they're modeling based on the current source converter. But we can model the I mean PV system with voltage source converter also. There will be no any difference or any problem while doing the voltage source based on voltage source converter. Because I am modeling based on voltage source converter because our maximum we are using voltage source converters. So directly I can connect this voltage source converter or voltage source uh, based model to voltage source converter. I mean, if your converter is voltage source converter, the modeling of PV system is directly can be connected because I also model based on the voltage source converter. See, this is the basic PV cell. So here G is I am calling as a irradiance, and nominal irradiance is 1000. I mean the uh, nominal value of irradiance which is received by the our earth is 1000, and this is IPH, this is photonic current, while PV cell is generating the photovoltaic current. So based on this criteria only we are thinking that this is the current source based converter, but still generation of IPH only it is the current source converter, not the generation of IPV. See, generation of IPH is only depends on current source converter. This is the current source. This is the current source converter. So we are thinking that this is the only current source converter for generating IPH. Exactly, it is true. But if we are uh, we are looking for in this side IPV and VPV, the actual outputs are IPV and VPV. So resistance is also there. So across this it is the voltage, or across this is the current. So if you are modeled based on IPV and VPV, either you can model with voltage source or either you can model with current source. Because I'm not bothering about IPH here. Directly I can get the IPH by using simple mathematical equation in MATLAB. That is enough. So anti-parallel diode is there, and this RSS shunt resistance is there, and this is series resistance, and this is for only one PV cell. If see many PV cells are connected in the combination of series and parallel, then it is called as a PV array, or you can simply call it a PV module also. The combination of modules again you can call as a PV array. I mean the PV array consists of many modules. Each module consists of many PV cells, and PV system consists of many PV arrays. In general denominations, these things are. So see, this is the actually see IPV. This output IPV equal to IPH minus IPH minus current flowing through this diode. This is current flowing through this diode is IRS. This term, this is the diode I mean current flowing through the diode. So IPH minus current flowing through the diode minus current flowing through RSH, shunt resistance. It is the IPV. So see, the current flowing through shunt resistance is V voltage across resistance RSH by RSH. So voltage across resistance is VPV plus, I mean addition of VPV with this drop IPV RS. So IPV RS is the drop across this resistance plus this voltage will give to the result as a voltage across RSH. So voltage across RSH is VPV plus IPV RS divided by RSH is the current flowing through this resistance. So this is simple equation. From this figure you can get this simple equation, and by using this equation we can get the modeling of PV in MATLAB. See, I am not taking the parameters of temperature because I want to explain you the simple modeling. So in later on I can explain you about in further videos I can explain you about current temperature based and in partial shading based also we can explain. But actually in higher versions like 2016 or 18 or 2020, these MATLAB versions their inbuilt PV systems are there. But in 2013 or lower than 2013, the PV system or PV panels are not available in MATLAB. So why when I am doing the research in 2010, I model my PV cells in by my own mathematical equations. I mean the own PV model I designed in MATLAB, and generally this is now following by the MATLAB, and those things also uploaded in the MATLAB. See, this is the simple diagram for modeling. I this is the ISC, I mean short circuit current. This is the nominal irradiance. See, this is the irradiance. So irradiance by nominal irradiance into short circuit current is IPH. So this is the current source converter. This is the current source converter and IPH. So IPH minus IPV. This is the IPV because I already told that VPV is my output. So current will be the input. Once current is the input, voltage will be the output. Or voltage will be the input, then current will be the output. So here current is the input. So current flowing through the system or PV panel or PV array I am taking as a feedback, and I am subtracting from IPH. So once I subtracted from IPH minus IPV, I can get these two currents. So from these two currents, again I can subtract from subtracted this current flowing through this diode. See, current flowing through this diode I required VD means VPV plus IPV, or simply RSH into this current. So see, once IPH minus IPV, this addition of these two currents are coming. Once I subtracted this current, I can get current flowing through this resistance. So I subtracted this current. This is the diode current. See, G of X I wrote down IRSH into exponential of the IRSH into exponential of this thing. So this is basically current flowing through this diode. So I subtracted current flowing through this diode and IPV from IPH. So only the current is left that is flowing through this resistance. So this current, so this output of this summation block, is now current flowing through this RSH. So if I will multiply with RSH of this current flowing through this resistance, I can get the voltage across this resistance. It is equal to VD or VRSH. See, so I can get the VD. So whatever the current flowing through this resistance is getting from this after the summation block and multiplied by the RSH, I can get the VD, and this is the feedback to G of X. I mean because here VD is there. VD means VPV plus IPV into RS. So this everything is the constant. This is the constant, and all these things are constant, and these constants also sometimes depends on temperature. So those modelings I will explain in some other video, but now think that there is no effect on the temperature of these models. So once I got the VD, I can subtract the drop across this series resistance, then I can get the VPV. So VD minus IPV into RS. So VD minus IPV into RS, I can get the VPV. This VPV is per cell. So if number of cells are connected in series, I told that I can get the module. So this I multiplied with NS. NS is here as number of cells are connected in series, not in parallel, in series. So one module, I can get it. So this is the actual PV. This is the small PV and this is the capital P. Small PV is the voltage across each PV or each PV cell, and VPV is the voltage across each module. Each module is the voltage across each module is the capital V, capital PV. See, so this I can give it to the constant voltage source, and this is the feedback. So this is completely will working as a PV array or PV system, because you can talk as a PV module also. But if even though you are connected number of PV modules in series, like in that model I can multiply this some capital NS or capital MS or something, whatever maybe, that is called as how many modules are connected in parallel. So I can increase the current. In that condition you can call it a like PV array or PV system or whatever, for I mean complete PV system in college MATLAB. So because these are the arrows and these are the equations, and for connecting our network or resistive or whatever the inverter or whatever the electrical networks, we require dot system. Because the positive and negative both should be the required. So I converted this voltage signal to voltage. So actually for doing the only to get the only PV characteristics, we have to stop the system from here. I mean I have to design the system for up to till VPV. So in this MATLAB modeling, I will explain you how to get the IPV VPV characteristics and how to use this system in our network. Because to get the characteristics of the PV system, we should not connect any load, because if we are connected any load, it will operate at particular voltage. So in particular voltage you cannot get, if for particular voltage particular current is there, so you only one point, only one PV, only one voltage and only one current will be available for particular load or for particular application. So with only one point you cannot draw the I mean waveform, or you cannot draw the characteristics of the VPV. If you want to draw the characteristics of VPV, either you have to I mean you have to apply VPV as from 0 to VOC or IPV from 0 to ISC. I mean sometime I have to make the open circuit, sometime I have to connect the maximum load, sometime I have to connect the minimum load, like that. The variable load is required or variable current is required to get the characteristics of PV cell or PV module or PV array or whatever you can call it, you can decide it. Because that only the thing is by adding only this multiplying by voltage in series, it can be called as a module. uh, Multiplied with the parallel cells in the current, it can called as a PV array. Or number of PV arrays are connected again either in series or parallel, we can call it a PV system. So basically these things. So now we will go for the modeling of the PV cells in MATLAB. But two models are there. Keep it in mind that two models are there. One is to up to this. I mean there is no constant voltage source converter. Up to this only equations I can module for to get the characteristics of VPV and IPV. I mean characteristics in between VPV and IPV. And another one is to utilize this complete model in our network. So we start in MATLAB. See, this is the MATLAB, and this is the model which I designed based on this figure. See, See, I told you that I required current. This is the IPV. This current is IPV, and this is IPH. IPH is insolation. My irradiance. My irradiance into G. G is here I taken as a ISC by 1000. Don't think that this G is the irradiance. This G is a constant parameter, that ISC by 1000. This G. So I can get the IPH current, and I subtracted IPV. This is the IPV from IPH. So this is the combination of two currents, the addition of these two currents, because IPH minus IPV equal to current flowing through this diode plus current flowing through this resistance. And from this again I subtracted the current flowing from resistance, means G of X. I told that this G of X is required. So whenever I subtracted IPH minus IPV minus ID, I can get only current flowing through resistance. So this is the current flowing through the resistance, and this into RP. RP equal to RSH here, RP. So I can get the VD. So VD is the feedback, and this expression is the PN junction diode characteristics, because to get the ID. So once I got the VD, I subtracted IPV into RS from VD. So I got the VPV of cell into NS. I taken as a capital NS is here. So this is the complete VPV. But see, I already told you that I model up to this to get the PV characteristics. So once I got the VPV, I subtracted VPV minus my input voltage of VPV. What is my input voltage? Input voltage of VPV, because I want to get the characteristics, so I have to vary the voltage from 0 to VOC. That is called VPV. VPV is here varying from 0 to VOC. So I got the voltage here. I subtracted the voltage from 0 to VOC, and I used the solution or solve, so I can get the IPV easily. So this output is IPV. So again I can get the PPV, power is VPV into IPV. Okay, see, this is the one type of modeling. Another modeling also I can do. See, simple thing that here also I can get like this. See, 1 by RPV. See, like this also I can get it. So I will add one more. See, like this. So this is also the same thing, because here IPH minus IPV minus ID, this is the ID, minus IRSH. I mean I subtracted IPH minus IPV minus ID minus RSH equal to 0. Means the summation of all currents, the KCL, summation of all currents should be the 0. So I make it to as a 0, the solution of algebraic loop equal to 0. Then here only the parameter is VD, so I can get the VD is here. This is also one type of modeling, but this is the accurate modeling. Compared to this is the accurate modeling, because automatically it will solve. There is no random values. But for understanding purpose, I'm not modeling like this, but in real time, I mean for utilization of PV model, I will do the modeling like this only. So at that time again I will explain you these things. So again I am reconstructing the model, this one. So this, so see, this is now exactly VPV. I mean this VPV I am getting, so I can use this as a my uh, I mean my constant voltage source converter. See, this is the VPV. I told you that this VPV is a signal that I have to vary from 0 to VOC. Then only I can get the characteristics of VPV. And now see, this VPV is from 0 to 25, and this is the basic modeling. See, the parameter for short circuit current, I mean the value of short circuit current, value of open circuit voltage, and current, current at maximum power, voltage at maximum power. These five parameters will be provided by the manufacturers. I mean manufacturing of the PV panels, they will provide this all five values. This is extra thing I added, that number of modules connected in series, but it won't be affected on PV cell, because if I will model only for one PV module or only one PV cell, it won't be affected. See, this is the modules, this is the single module. Like these modules, if I want to connect in parallel or in series like 30 or 40 or 60, because see, here it can generate only 17.2 volts at maximum power. If I required like 340 volts or 440 volts or 550 volts, I have to connect this many cells, this many PV modules in series like 20. If 20 is there, means the total voltage is 17.2 into 20. It can generate 17.2 into 20, but this is the one PV module, so this PV module maximum voltage is 17.2 at maximum, and VOC is 22.2. So my VPV should vary from 0 to 22.2, but for getting the I mean for clear visible of PV curves, I taken some more value compared to 22.2, because x-axis should be some more value, and this is the irradiance. So sometime it is 200, sometime 400, 600, 800, 1000 with sample time 1, and I am running it for 5 seconds. I mean 5 values I can get it, 1 2 3 4 5, and this will also work as a 0 to 25, again it will come to 0 to 25, again it will come to 0 to 25. I mean like triangle. If 0 to 1 we are consider, if 0 1 2 we are consider from 0 to 25, 25 to 0, 0 to 25, 25 to 0, like this it will come. See, once I run, I taken as a IPV and VPV, and then I connected XV curves, and see, I will stop this one. And how to set the values of here? See, x-axis is voltage, so voltage maximum is 25 volts, x-axis, and y-axis here it is power. Power is maximum 100 watts, because 17.2 into 4.95, and this is the power for one module, not for complete 20 series cells. It won't be affected. I told you that it won't be affected in here, because I modeled it for only one, because I didn't add this small ns. It is capital N. It is capital NS is the number of PV cells in the module, not number of modules in the PV array. This is the number of cells in the PV module. I mean for each module, how many number of cells are there in for connection of the series. I mean see, this capital NS is only depends on these 5 parameters. It is not the 20. It is the different one. In another video, I mean in another model, I will explain you this 20. What is the 20? See, based on my input and output, I mean x-axis and y-axis, I have to select these things. So this y maximum is 6, because my current is up to 4.99. So once I run this one, I can get the PV curve. See here 25 it is coming, but up to 22.2 only it is coming. This is for 1000 irradiance, this is for 800, 600, 400, 200, and this is the corresponding I current and voltage curve. See, so this is the simple module, but all are in arrays. We cannot connect this to any resistance or any inverter or any circuit. Here my input voltage is varying, but actually our input voltage, it is not input voltage. We should not vary this input voltage. PV cell should generate the output voltage. Here also it is generating the output voltage here, but to get the PV curves, I am subtracting my variable of input voltage. because sometime I want 0 voltage, sometime I want 20 volts, sometime I want VOC. So I will remove this part for connection to the network. From this I will connect to one voltage source converter, and from voltage source converter directly I can take the current. So this module is here. See, this is the PV module. Here it is, arrows are there. See, dots are there, arrows are there. This is the insulation. So see, this is my block. Whatever I explained you, the same block is here. See, the G is there, RSH is there. See, I already told that like this module only I will do it. So I done like this. And this is capital NS. After NS I removed those things. And this is completely VPV of one module. This is VPV for one cell. This is for one module. So N capital NS number of cells are connected in series for making the one module. And this capital NS I will explain you how we can calculate it. And this is small ns. Small ns is like the 20 cells. I told you that 20 cells I connected in series, or 20 cells I can 20 modules, or 20 modules. This is 20 modules are connected in series. So because the number of modules connected in series will be affected to the only voltage, so this I make as a constant voltage source, DC voltage I consider, and initial amplitude is 0. So this is very small resistance branch I connected because of internal resistance of the complete PV array. This is now complete PV array because 20 modules are connected in series. This is the one PV module, and this is 20 modules connected in series. So you no need to connect like this in series for two modules. Simply you have to do it here itself. You can connect like this, here 20 or 22 or 23, because I required 640 or 660 volts to generate 400 volts RMS of inverter. So I make it like parameters of like this. This is the 5 kilowatt, nearly 5 kilowatt. See, from this you cannot get the IPV characteristics because here input voltage is not varying. If you are connected any resistance or any inverter or any converter, it will work for particular voltage based on your voltage. So it is required that P and O algorithm. In my another video I will explain you the P and O algorithm. Simply you can connect, see, power system elements. Simply you can connect either resistance, you have to take the resistance value of anything. So based on that resistance value, current will flow and voltage will adjust according to that current. So like this you can connect, or you can take your inverter, you can connect the inverter itself. You have to select inverter, so G2S or IGBTs or whatever. So like this you can connect. This is the irradiance you can give it. The constant or variable. This is the power. Power I calculated that from this is the PV module. So this is the complete power I multiplied with small ns. So here the basic thing is how you can calculate this RP and RS and all these values, this I naught and all these values, how we can calculate it. See, keep it in mind that this G is not irradiance, this G is ISC by 1000. Here I will explain how I calculated. See, once I done the complete model, I selected all and I make it subsystem, and after that I make it mask parameters. So these are the mask parameters. See, I taken as this is the short circuit current, open circuit voltage, current at P maximum, voltage at P maximum, number of modules connected in series. See, if I will double click, all things will be appear. See, for understanding, I will add one more electrical research channel, electrical research channel. See, this I will make it like G. Yes. See, sorry. So this GS is now my variable. And if I will double click here, see GS is coming. This is the GS. It will automatically take as a GS. So this number of modules are connected in series is taken by small ns. See small ns, not capital Ns, small ns. So this is ISC, this is VOC, this IM, VM, this N is the small ns I taken. Forget about this. I will remove this thing. So I just added this to show you how we can add the parameters. And see, this is the initializing condition. Here I made it capital NSC. The capital NSC is round of VOC by 0.61 because the default, I mean resistance, sorry, that voltage across the diode or nominal voltage, nominal cell voltage is 0.61. So I divided VOC by 0.61. The round, because the number of cells will be the plural form, like 2 cells or 3 cells or 4 cells, not like 2.5 cells or 2.6 cells. This VT is the constant thermal voltage. This is G. I told you that ISC by 1000. This is the one parameter. This is another parameter I considered. And this RMP to calculate this all values. See RP is the shunt resistance. This is for initial value only. I multiplied with 1000 for to get the initial value. It is not the final RP. So final RP is the updated one from here. So by understanding this programming, you can easily identify what is the parameters of all PV systems. So automatically it will calculated based on your short circuit current, how much you are entered, open circuit voltage, how much you are entered. So this is the generalized model. Automatically it will calculated by itself based on this programming. It can register the RPV, IPV or whatever, uh, RSS, RNS or whatever. So it can be work for all parameters whatever you can enter from manufacturing details, because only manufacturing details they will provide short circuit current, open circuit voltage, current at Pmax, voltage at Pmax. Even though they don't show you the what is the RPV, what is the RSS, or what is the value of your thermal voltage, or what is the value of capital NS is required. uh, they won't show you. But from this basic you can estimate all these values by default, I mean from this programming. So this can be used in any network for any value or any value. You can again I can add one more thing also, that number of modules connected in parallel, because in parallel only we can get the more current, then more power we can get it. Or generally you can see, you can connect two modules in parallel like this. But if you are connected more arrays in parallel, it will take more time to run. So instead of adding like this parallel, you can add one more thing to parallel, and you can add that that parameters in IPV, because IPV only will vary. Based on IPV again all these parameters will be changed, and many factors will come. RPV then RSH by RPV, because all are connected in parallel, so resistance will be I mean in parallel. So those are normal things, normal identification or normal logic you can do it. So this is the basic PV modeling for connecting the network, and this is the basic PV model for to get the IPV and VPV characteristics. Same values also you can enter here or enter here, because I entered another values here to show you only their PV characteristics, and I entered the values of PV panel from other manufacturing details to get the 5 kilowatt of PV with nearly 5 kilowatt, actually 4.73 kilowatt, but nearly 5 kilowatt I'm saying. With like 22 modules or 23 modules, if you are connected, you can get 660 volts to generate the 400 volts RMS of AC, so that I can connect this directly to the grid or directly to the standalone system, or directly I can operate as a induction motor for water pumping, or induction motor for electric vehicles or whatever. So this is the basic modeling, but actual this PV system is available in higher versions, but in lower version those are not available. But I can say that initially I done this modeling in MATLAB in 2009 itself, and now they are uploaded in our MATLAB, I mean MATLAB software by MathWorks. Thank you. Please subscribe our channel, and please join in our WhatsApp group to get these all modelings.